not a game, it's a rich thing.
There you go. Welcome home all. Welcome to 10 Minutes of Truth on a Monday. And let's get into the week. Let's wrap up what has been. And in sum total, basically for the roughly 1 month since the death of George Floyd on the side of a street in broad daylight for man and God to see all over the world in broad daylight. And the ensuing panoply of emotions and exhibitions of concern, protest, rioting, looting, a whole lot of good and not good, both, to get to where we are now. And over this last month, I've considered much, and many of the things that I've seen, in some cases I've given you over the last few weeks in 10 Minutes of Truth and on Cheap Date Night, a little bit of the social commentary that's necessary to kind of make hay and bring to light where we're at with all this going on. And for those of you guys that are in the group, Supermex Nation, I advise you to go there now, Facebook, because it is quite literally a microcosmic look into my thought and my view from 30,000 feet above of what's going on right now, right here, amongst and with all of us. Get into the group, Supermex Nation. It's easy to find. Punch it in on Facebook. You'll get to me. You'll be asked a few questions, all about doing the right thing in the right way. No cursing, no foul language, no beating up on other people for contrary opinion or view. We do not do that in our group. So that's available to you. And over these last few weeks, I've gotten to a point where it could be, a sticking point and too much to internalize over and over and over and over again through saturation, visually and in audio, what you hear, what you see. And it can be a lot. So much so that to the point where some people just begin to tune out and not want to hear anymore, or they bake that cake and they refuse to let any other ingredients into the cake. Bearing in mind, I'm not a baker, just using some wordplay. Point being is some people are digging in and taking a harder line stance because they feel like they have no recourse in what is going on and what they view today. So the obligatory option is to just dig in and fight back harder, even though more often than not, and most likely the case, they know things are wrong, they know things are not good, they know things that they see are not good in general and not good for us as a whole, as a country. As a country. So tonight's 10 minutes of truth, this is America. It's a statement, it's a sentence, it's a question. This is America. It is all of the above, but it is something quite literally a visual assault on your senses, your sense of propriety, your sense of morality, your sense of ethical conduct, your sense of patriotism, your sense of what is right and what is constitutional, what is not the antithesis of what our founding fathers set up for us. That is quite literally where we are. So I've been working on, with the help of a good young man that is materializing what I see here into a physical, viewable form that you are going to share with me tonight. And before we view this, for about 2.5 minutes, and I want you to pay real close attention. It's a lot, but it is a condensed form of truth, As you see here, my backdrop. Yes, my backdrop. It is truth. There are no lies here. These things all took place, and more importantly, continue to take place. Continue to take place. Because as I've said many times in my group and even on air here, I've warned you and I've told you, I dare say I've even scolded you, that it is going to get worse. It will get worse. And you will see as I bring out more over the course of these next few weeks going into the fall. It is going to get worse. Okay? What I'm going to give you is a 2.5 minute snapshot in visual and audio assault so you can wake the hell up and understand what this is right now. And once you understand what it is right now, you will understand what's coming. And there will be more. Strap in, hold on. This is America.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Look how I'm living now. Police be tripping now. Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area. I got the strap. This is
Oh, the power of images, audio and video. Yes, before I go further and before we wrap up here, a nod and an applaud. Childish Gambino and that song that was done a number of years ago, but I'll say wholly and entirely applicable right now. Wouldn't you agree? I would. Yeah. That video came out, I remember it, and I was like, wow. Even more heavy, even more to the core of who and what we are now. Now, disclaimer, caveat up front, everything that you've seen, everything that you just saw in that 2.5 minute visual assault, depending on where you lie politically, are all facts, all truth, all truth. No doctored deepfakes here. All things that have taken place, nothing out of context, just simple images, simple video, set to a epochal, E-P-O-C-H-A-L, track that sums up the times that we live in current. So again, Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, a nod and an applaud for a song that will quite literally last a long, long time. If not even for then, but definitely for now and going forward. This is who and what we are right now. To you, I will personally give a thanks that you need to hear to one, I don't think I've ever done this on air, to one Drill Sergeant Horn, Drill Sergeant Ridge, and Drill Sergeant Delora. Those three gentlemen beat into my head, not physically, psychologically, emotionally, intellectually, beat into my head the importance of standing on principle, not being subject to rationalization, prevarication, deflection, and any other good word with an I-O-N on the end of that. They taught me and they trained me to call it out when you see it and not be afraid to stand in front of God and man and woman and speak the truth. I urge you to go back, watch the video. All true. It's staring you in the face. Man in the mirror, right? Man in the mirror. I get up and look at that guy every day. And I stare that guy down. Some of you in this country need to do the same, if you have not done so already, in which case, to you, a nod and an applaud. But the rest of us, all of us as a whole, we need to start getting together and stop being divided by the obvious wrongs that are current and pervasive. And I'm going to say again, before I move on for the evening, I'm going to say again, it is going to get worse. And some of you need to start calling into question what you are abiding, what you are defending, what you are denying, as obvious truths staring you in the face. And not just my backdrop, but me and everything that I stand for in this 10 minutes of truth. I'll see you a little later this week, definitely by the Friday. I will internalize and see a little bit more. Maybe I'll come back with a fresher and more hopeful look at how we can go forward, because I do have that in my head. I've seen some good things. I'll say it because we're running a little long here, but what I saw today with Bubba Wallace and what I saw with King Richard Petty, a quintessential white Southerner, showing support and love for a guy who was shown a noose in his garage. And you know what that is. That is evil. That is hate. We need more people like Richard Petty standing up for what is right. And I'm going to say it. It can't just be black folks saying things anymore about what is wrong. It needs to be brown, white, yellow, green, orange, blue, and every damn part of the rainbow. That's how we remove this stain and this ugly from our country, because it's not going to come from the top. Wake the hell up, realize that, and address it yourselves. You want to know why? Because that's the American way. And that's my 10 minutes of truth. Enjoy your week.